Yay, and we are live. So, good morning, Sarah. How are you today?
Good morning, Kay. How are you today?
Good, good, good. So, we're talking about one of my favorite topics, which is abundance, prosperity, financial security. And what tips have you got for us today? Where are you headed with this discussion?
Well, so I suppose it's really important, that our finances, it's real, our finances do affect us, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. So we really need to have that one sector of our life as good as all of the others as well. So we can have an emotionally, stable life, I guess, because when we don't have enough abundance and finances, we don't feel safe. Because the world we live in today, we basically need money to survive. It's the way it is. We can't change that.
Yeah,
So we really need to, have that part of our life stable.
yeah, exactly. And I know that I had to change my mindset because many years ago, my mindset was, oh, you don't need money. You don't need all this money. And, people have lots of money, are greedy, and they're ruining the world. And I had all this programming going on. And, only to discover that I wasn't attracting or in that energetic state for financial abundance. And I discovered it gave me less choice. And I had all these kids that I was bringing up, and I guess my husband had left me as well, so I was on my own. But because I was down this negative spiral, it was not a good place to be.
It must have been a tough time for you, Kay.
Well, it certainly was. Raising three young children, when your husband's just done a runner and you're left to carry the bag, which is really basically what happened for the rest of my life. Well, and particularly while I had, my young children. So I, had to do a little bit of soul searching. And over time, I realized, my appreciation for money. I started to love my bills. I started to put love hearts on my bills. And now when I get a bill like a hydro bill or a power bill, I will go, people go, oh, the bills come in. And I go, yeah, but hey, I've had hot showers and I've been warm and I can turn lights on. And, there's all these things that the power gives me. So I'm now in a state of gratitude
Yeah,
rather than a state of woe is me.
that's great. It really is. So so that's one of the ways that you turned it around, I guess. But how long did it take you to turn that around? Was it a quick shift or was it?
It was well. Once I realized that I needed to turn my thoughts around, that was quick. That was you just and then I always talk about my draw a line in the sand. That was the old me, and the new me now, has a different attitude and a different approach. And that then it didn't mean I became rich overnight, and I'm not as rich as what I'd like to be, but in from a financial point of view. But abundance is not just financial. uh, but the thing is, as time went on, more and more I'm going, oh well, I changed my thinking around all that. uh, well, and to be honest, for me, Young Living did a lot of that, because Mary Young's saying of money in the hands of good people can do good things. So that really, that was a pivotal moment for me. Not only thinking, yes, you do need money, but also the more money you've got, the more money you've got to give other people or to give of yourself. So that part takes a while, because you still do need to catch up with all of that.
Yeah, for sure. It's funny because there's so many different aspects that we can go into about abundance and finances. And there's very different ways that you can look at it too. So I know that I've never really had trouble with finances. I've always been quite financially secure. I've had moments in my life where I've been close to that, but not really, to the extent that other people have. But one thing that I definitely think about when it comes to money is a person's state of lack and how it sometimes can display itself. We can go into this sense of lack where we don't spend our money and we kind of hoard it, or we can go into this other place where we are constantly searching to spend money and look for things to spend money on, which is also, coming from another place of lack because we always want that next best thing, I guess. Have you ever been to any of those places at all, Kay? Where you've
yeah, just the lack that, I can't afford this, I can't afford that. I need, that sense of what money you do have has to go for survival. It's nice when you can move beyond those parameters and open the door more for flow, really. So also knowing that you've got to be able to receive, but you've also got to be able to give, or that flow where you're giving, you're giving and you're receiving, but you're earning and you're spending. That is part of becoming, part of the mindset. I can remember doing things like, okay, if you want a new car, and I still do this, if I want a new car, I kind of go, right, I want a new car. And then I start looking at them and start thinking, what color would I like? What type of car would I like? And when you first start, you might think, how am I going to do this? How can I afford that? And I started manifesting cars that were, more what I wanted, rather than, I'll buy this because it's cheap and reliable. I started being able to afford, different cars, and just looking at things in a different light opens the door for much more to come your way.
It certainly does. Yeah. Yeah. And it takes a lot of work to, be able to, have your brain switch over, doesn't it? Yeah.
So yes, and I want to bring in the abundance oil right at this point, because this definitely is on my daily schedule, and the one in my bathroom. You've got one too? Yes.
I do.
Yes. So I've got one in my bathroom with a roller ball in the top, and I think it was one that I had a little bit left in, and I put some carrier oil in it and a roll on, and I just roll that on my heart every day. And I give thanks for my abundance and thanks for all the things I have in life that make life, wonderful. So do you want to know what's in this oil? I'm going to read.
Yes.
And I've actually put it in my diffuser. So I'm going to read what's in it, because I was reading out of a book the other day, and it was just mentioned all the oils in there and what they do. Actually, I might just go straight to. I'll find
I have
it
one
in.
here, Jane.
Oh yes, okay. Do you want to read it? Yeah.
So I've just this out from the emotional and spiritual well-being. Just happened to be sitting right beside me. It has orange, frankincense, patchouli, clove, ginger, myrrh, cinnamon bark, and spruce.
Beautiful.
And that combines to make a magnetic energy that encourages prosperity and infinite possibility to flow into your life. Just what you were talking about, Kay, with the flow.
Yeah, I'm going to sneeze in a minute.
And
it also says it's excellent.
It also clears your sinuses, apparently.
And your subconscious. I've managed to, move on from that. But when I like a great oils, and when I was looking up the reference book around the oils, and it talked about all the oils, with each of oil in here, like particularly the frankincense, patchouli, clove, ginger, and myrrh, and the cinnamon bark and the spruce, they were all used in the past for, like the wealthy. So here's, I'll just read the clove one, is an oil from the Orient associated with great abundance, and those who possessed it were considered wealthy. Now that excites me, because just clove on its own is not one of our more, in up there in the higher cost to purchase clove oil. But with each of these, like even the ginger, highly prized in ancient times, and amplifies the law of attraction. So with each oil in this, and this is why Gary's chosen these oils, because they have been highly regarded, years for many, many years, to produce, the energy of abundance, which is rather fantastic.
You know what I found interesting, Kay, is that the chakras that this oil is actually great for is the root chakra.
Yes.
So when you think about it, we need that that abundance to sort of make us feel a bit more stable in that area.
Yes.
So it leads to more emotional stability, that feeling of safety, I guess. Well, and also great for the heart, which is, accepting.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And when you think about it, your root chakra is the active part, the walking your talk, the physical part. It's a very, it's that the get up and go, the that physical manifesting of what you're doing.
Yeah.
So it helps you to get.
You keep coming out there, Kay. I don't know.
Helps you to get that momentum flowing.
Yes, for sure. It certainly does. I've also got a few other things here. It allows you to stop. Hang on, we've already spoken about that. So it's uplifting, energizing, joyful, and purifying, and restores positive feelings about yourself and others.
Yes. Fantastic.
And when you think about it, we get a lot of our opportunities from others as well, don't we?
Oh, absolutely. And well, even with others, it's that thing of, we're encouraged to think about who we've got around us, because those people who we are hanging out with and interacting with have a big influence on our life. And that's why I love creating community and finding people with like minds, like-hearted, uplifting people who are going to be, people who are going to uplift you rather than put you down. And
people who can encourage you. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And that is a good segue into why we're running our retreat, really, isn't it? Because that is part of, one of the many factors that we're offering our retreat.
We are, yes, yep. So we just want to create balance in other people's lives so they can live a life that's more, relaxing and joyful. So they're not always in this worry state or running state. It's just more balanced and calm.
Yes. So we're interested in looking at, having people come along who would like to be in a nice bush setting and doing some beautiful activities together, so that we can all help to realign ourselves, to bring ourselves back into more balance, and to open ourselves up to what is possible by looking at our life, evaluating what's working, what's not working, and the practices and the workshops that we're going to have during this retreat will help people to align in a really gentle and secure way amongst people who are there for the same purpose. So retreats are a fantastic way of immersing yourself in a situation where you feel very supported. Oh, Jean is saying financial security. I guess if it's possible to curb my fears. Yes, so we've got to start curbing the fears, and the part of it is also taking action steps. Like for me, I remember getting my bills and going, oh, I've got a lot, write a love heart on my bill. Did it feel normal, and was I energetically aligned with that feeling when I started doing it? No, not really. But once I started doing things like that, Jean, my life started to open up, because it's like you're opening a door for change when we perceive things in a whole new way, and when we embody that emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's on all levels. We need to be, uh, opening ourselves up to that. And you will find, like, I know you did a manifesting course. Was that last year, Sarah?
Yes, it is. You're still cutting out a bit there, Kay.
So you did a manifesting course, and I've watched you, and I've watched your financial well-being, not just all areas of your well-being has taken a turn for the better.
It has, yeah. But I suppose some of the tricks that I use with some of the money stuff too was, respect for, not just money, but respect for everything that you have in your life, rather than just, so on the money front of things, I guess, I would take my money, and rather than just messily put it in my wallet, I now have a system where it has to be nice and neat and ordered. All the windows face the same way. And I do believe that that has helped a lot. And it's kind of just the way that I also respect other people as well,
Mm-hmm.
So, and it's come a long way.
Yes. I wonder, I've just come across something that I remember doing years ago, and we got some nice little containers with lids on. We spray painted them gold, and that was our money jar, to start this energy of saving, so that, and this energetically being in this state of money comes my way. So that's another good little trick that you can do, is get some gold paint, paint up a jar, and start putting any spare cash in that. And it's quite interesting how once you start doing that, you don't actually want to take it out. You want to keep building it up. So there are lots and lots of tips that we can use to support all of this.
Yeah, certainly affirmations as well. So if you're, financially you're not so well, you could one affirmation that I have used is money comes to me comes to me with sorry, was it in grace or divine timing? Sorry, yes.
Yep.
So, and you can certainly make your own up,
Yes. Yep.
That way.
Writing some affirmations, getting some strips of paper, sticky notes. Money.
Don't just roast the word surprises in surprising ways, because we all like those little surprises.
And looking at things that your parents used to say, oh, money doesn't grow on trees, or like
it does grow on trees. It's
paper. Yes. Didn't anyone know that? Doesn't everyone know about that? So I used to have plants in the garden. I'm just thinking about that too, and they were money plants. So I must search some more of those out. Jean says, I went through my bills and seeing smaller balances. I told myself I was so proud of myself for getting things paid down, old medical bills, etc. Well, that's fantastic.
That's great.
That's excellent, Jean. So we've got to start small, and then when we start small, we align with small changes, and then that grows and it becomes bigger and bigger. And I've just last year spent more money on a car than I've ever spent, and it will last me a long time. It's a good car, so it's not a waste of money by spending more. It's a long-term investment. So life can change, but that's got to come from within. And we certainly hope you can join us on this camp or on this retreat, or stay tuned in our Oil Wisdom group. And using, if you don't have any oils yet, or if you have oils but you don't have abundance, that could be.
And cloves a good one too.
Cloves, yes, cloves.
Clove oil is really good for abundance. So
yes, absolutely. It's a warm and nurturing oil. It's high in antioxidants, so it's also going to support some wellness abundance as well.
Yes. Good for your teeth too.
Good for you. Well, the dentists of the past were very savvy because they would, you could get clove oil. It is an oil that, a lot of people in an everyday household would know about the value of clove. Often if I talk to people about, because it's in our thieves too, and if people have got dental issues, I talk about that and they go, oh yeah, my mum used to use that, or, things like that. So we used to chew on a clove.
Oh, just picture it, because it's quite, Oh. But it does work. It does work.
Yes,
yeah,
it does work. Well, it's got
Definitely
analgesic. It's an analgesic. So just chewing on a piece of clove in your mouth if you've got teeth issues. Are good.
I need that for my wisdom.
Yes, that's right. You have, well, sort of. Anyway, you can use some thieves spray or something. So on the last weekend of March, which is the 28th and 29th, might even be the 27th on the Friday, 28th and 29th of March, Sarah and I are opening up an opportunity for anyone who can make it along to our beautiful retreat. We look forward to having a beautiful bunch of people with us who are interested in just taking a step out of the busyness of life so that we can do some recharging and have a beautiful weekend together. If you want to know more about that, there is a QR code on the front of this video, but I will post some more links in the comments so that anyone who would like to look into that a bit more deeply or make a booking, or you can contact Sarah or myself and ask questions. And you're not going to have to cook. Sarah loves to share that important side of it. We will take care of the
I do. I love to have to. I mean, parents, nobody likes to cook, especially if you're a parent. So it's like, but
so leave your kids at home.
Yeah.
Leave your kids at home, and this is the weekend just for you to recharge.
Yeah. Bring your partner, but no kids.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Bring your partner, but find someone who'll look after for the weekend and give you the gift of abundance in a sense of self-nurture for looking after yourself. So, and look forward to some more videos. Sarah and I are promoting our camp our retreat over the next couple of weeks. So we will be posting some more probably next week. So thank you for joining us, everyone. Is there anything else you want to add, Sarah, before we sign off?
No, just use that abundance if you've got it, because it certainly worked for me. Among other things, but if anybody wants to reach out for any different affirmations or anything to do with manifesting abundance, feel free to reach out. I have lots of tips. But thank you for joining us, and thank you, Kay.
No problem.
See you next time.
All right. Cheerio.